Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another Thomas Wooden Railway review. This review is on Derek. I figured after about 4 weeks or so of CGI Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway reviews, I figured why not go back to a classic one. So Derek was introduced in the Season 5 story Double Teething Troubles. He was the diesel who got stuck on the hill and was like, I'm overheating and all that stuff. And he was sent to the works at the end, and we never saw him in the series again until he made a brief cameo in Calling All Engines for no apparent reason. It was just his back. He was going up a hill and everyone was like, hey, it's Derek! But then we never saw him again. We still haven't seen him to this day. So, that's Derek's TV series history. Let's move on to his Wooden Railway history. He was introduced in 2001 and was retired in 2002, so that was pretty quick. He was also reintroduced in 2007, but was retired the exact same year. And he was reintroduced again in 2011 to tie in with Day of the Diesels, which made no sense because he wasn't even in that movie. And then he was retired again in 2011, and we haven't seen him reintroduced since. And we never will, since Thomas and Friends Wood is now in full throttle. Interestingly, I'm just looking at Derek's prototype image here. His prototype features a white back instead of black, or, as with my model, green and yellow, but we'll take a look at that. Let me take a look at the model here. Here's Derek. There's his side. I really like his side detail. It's really, really amazing. Sorry, my back is a little loose here. I have to hold it like that because if it's really loose, it'll just fall out. But there's his side. Once again, I really like it. His back is green and yellow on the back there to match his front. There's the other side, exactly the same. His face is really good. Again, I pretty much like all of the Thomas Wooden Railway faces. There's only a few that are kind of unsettling or really don't look all that right, but Derek's face looks really accurate. His top also has some added detail to it, some vents on either side of him. Those nail heads also provide some added detail for him. It makes him look like he's industrial. On the bottom, there's his name, and mine is dated 2003 because this Derek is either a 2007 or 2011 Derek. The reason I know that, because the back here is yellow and green. If this was a 2001 or 2002 model, it would have a black little area here that you can pull out, and this is supposed to be his engine that you can fix up when he breaks down. So this part would be black if it was from 2001 or 2002 Derek. So before we move on to ratings and recommends, I actually have a bit of a funny story about my quote-unquote relationship with Wooden Railway Derek. When I was a kid, I had a Wooden Railway Derek model. It was a 2001/2002 Derek. I don't remember what years I had it. I just know that when I moved, when I was about 8 or 9, I think he got lost in the move or something, or maybe he got lost in the rental house I was staying in before he moved into the house I'm in now, but somehow that Derek got lost somewhere. He kind of just vanished out of thin air. I'm not sure where he is or what he's doing with his life nowadays. So about a year ago, I was browsing eBay and I found this guy listed for pretty cheap, about $3 or so, and I was like, hey, I had a Derek as a kid. I think I'll buy that. And I did. So I have reclaimed a bit of my childhood, except it's not entirely my childhood because it's a 2011/2007 Derek, but I don't really care. I'm just happy to have Derek back in my life again. And to that lost 2001/2002 Derek, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I tried to find you, but you just didn't turn up. So if you're like in a dumpster right now, and for some reason said dumpster has Wi-Fi and you're watching this, I apologize, but you've been replaced. So anyway, ratings and recommends. I would rate Derek's model probably a 10 out of 10 because I think he's extremely accurate to his TV series model, and he's just overall a really cool design. Would I recommend you pick him up? Yeah, probably. If you wanted to have, like, a story where he finally gets fixed and actually works right, that would be pretty cool. And he's kind of a blank slate. I know I kind of complained about this last review with Logan, about Logan being a blank slate, but I think Derek is cooler than Logan, so Derek gets to recommend, Logan does not. Now, Logan the film, on the other hand, I would recommend that. That is a fantastic film. So that's my review for Derek. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, good night, everybody.